I'm gonna tell you something, a story. I'm not gonna touch on all those broken hearts because it's been many. But I'm gonna tell you a story about something else that got broken a long time ago. When I right now, to this day, I love washing dishes. I love the warm water on my hands. I love the time that you can just sit and contemplate and look out the kitchen window and just wash dishes. It's never bothered me. I've always been the one to want to wash dishes. Even to the point when I was 7 years old. 7 years old, had a chair, and I was up in the chair washing dishes. And I had two sisters, one older, one younger. Two Virgo sisters at that. I'm sorry for the Virgos out there. Two Virgo sisters, and I'm the Aries, the sensitive one. Well, my oldest sister is 5 years older than me. And as we were washing the dishes, we were also playing swords with the butcher knives. And our parents were home. And I should not have been washing dishes. She, my older sister, should have been washing dishes. Well, as we're playing swords with the butcher knives, my little sister, who's 2.5 years younger than me, decides that she is going to pull the chair from under me. Well, my left hand, goes down in the dishwater. And what's in the dishwater? A butcher knife. Oh no. And because I was playing swords with my right hand, y'all. So the left hand went in the water to try to catch me. And when I lifted my hand up out of the water, my finger was hanging out. And I looked at it at 7 and I said, "Oh my God, Dee, what have I done? What have I done? What has happened?" Oh, she knew she was in big trouble. She knew she was in big trouble. She called my parents, who were at my grandparents' house. She called them and told them we had an accident. They told her to run cold water over my hand. There was so much blood that you could really not even tell where the cut was. But the cut had sliced the whole finger through the tendons all the way around. So the finger was actually just hanging on. And they said, hold it together. They held it together until they could get home and take me to the hospital. And my parents came home. Of course, they were furious but upset, and they had to rush me to the hospital to get the finger saved. They had to call in a specialist to save this finger on my hand. And Dr. Raymond Pierce came in, and the champion he was, and he saved that finger. Oh, there was hell going on in that waiting room, in that operating room. I remember clearly telling the nurse to shut up. And I was only 7. I told her, she was like, "Oh, don't worry, don't worry." And I was like, "Shut up." 7 years old. But ever since then, people rarely notice this finger, which will not bend. They rarely notice it, but I always call it my broken finger. I tell them, people say, "What happened to your finger?" If they noticed it, I say, "That's my broken finger. That's my broken finger," because it was broken. I had to have a big old cast all the way up to here. I had to do lots of therapy with this finger to get it to actually work, where I could do something with it. I can bend it under a fist, but I can't bend it on its own. But it was my broken finger. But still to this day, I love to wash dishes. I don't matter. It doesn't matter what's going on. I love with my hands in that warm water. And I don't worry about the broken finger. I lived all my life from 7 to now, which you don't know my age, until now. And I still have this finger on my hand. And I still have my love of washing dishes. Thank you.